Good day, America. Hello to all my friends and pals right here in southern Maine and throughout the World Wide Web. This is Frank Margell on this Toe Tapping Tuesday, May 19th, 2015. It's about 10 a.m. in the morning. Oh, it's between 50 and 60 degrees depending on where you stand and if you can find any sun. Right now there is no sun. We've been in somewhat of a dry season here at spring. We had a terrible winter, but we pulled through to build character, in my opinion. And we needed some rain, and we're getting it today. So I'm out with my purple umbrella. Yeah, isn't that fantastic? Yeah, kind of going green. I'm not really hugging the trees, but oh boy, they just look beautiful all over coastal southern Maine here. Portland and South Portland, that's where we're at. This is a freelance video. You'll find it at Frank Margell at youtube.com. That's Frank, M-A-R-G-E-L at YouTube. I post on Twitter and Facebook and Google+. I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and send me a comment. Yes, a Toe Tapping Tuesday. And I just did a video segment there, a freelance video, at the University of Southern Maine. Once again, I visited part of the campus on Falmouth Street. And in that video, I suggested that we come out to SMCC and we just take a look at this campus. Now, what's interesting about this commentary or this story is I heard in the news once again that the University of Southern Maine has a declining enrollment. It's May, so they just had a graduating class, and they're well under budget. There's less of a demand for USM, and we just hear a whole bunch of moaning and groaning week in and week out on media here in Maine about the university and all its woes. And if you follow this story at all, go ahead and check your own facts, because this is a freelance video. You'll find a lot of information about college life, and I'm sure you've heard a few things here and there, but college students are beginning to turn their back, at least in this area, on the University of Southern Maine, and they may be looking for other options, and this may be one of them. I don't know. If you're a college student and you're at SMCC, your campus isn't in the news constantly, fussing and moaning and groaning about how they can't meet their bills and their responsibilities to educate you. So I wanted to show you Slocum Drive. It's one way. Yeah. Once you go here, you might not want to leave. But here's just a little bit of what I see here in the public domain. They got Health Science Center, Ross Technology Center. We got the Center for Environmental Enterprise. There's Jewett Hall, Horticulture, Construction Technology Center, the Marine Science Center, Campus Maintenance, Envision a Future. And we got admissions, advising, orientation, registration, testing. Well, let's take a little bit walk down here if you'd like. Go ahead and send me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. So we talked a little bit about demographics. You know, it's really expensive to live in Portland, and it is liberal land USA. And that's a political comment, but there's no way getting around that. And in the largest liberal city in northern New England, southern Maine, they also have the largest homeless population. There's been a decline in manufacturing. There's a lot of regulations, fishing. There's talk about the Nova Star not being funded properly. This is not funded properly. That's not funded properly. Only 600 or so folks showing up out of 54,000 residents to support a 2.9% property tax increase. Yes, it's a school budget. So I don't know if the Liberals are faring well there in Portland. Or maybe it's the kook conservatives that are behind it. But there is definitely a difference in the two campuses. And the demographics just might be enough to attract more students here, and less scuttlebutt, less complaints. It may be that there are pockets of conservatism in South Portland. Perhaps there's more accommodating housing. Is it more affordable in South Portland to live, to shop? I'll tell you, you're going to get a spectacular campus here, and it's beautiful. It's right next to the coast. But students aren't turning their backs here at SMCC, but apparently they are at USM. Yes, the students ultimately drive enrollment. You know, you can hire everybody and your brother and do finagle it any which way you want till next Sunday. But the students ultimately decide where they go, and making it mandatory or suggesting that somehow government from cradle to grave makes it mandatory to get an education, or you're just not going to make it in the big world. I don't know if students are buying that. Are you buying that? Well, there used to be a day, I don't know, there still is, perhaps, I don't see it around here as much, where companies, large and small, would take somebody right out of high school. Military would do it too, perhaps they still do, and train you. Yep, you could train to become a financial management advisor, sales, construction, labor. Yeah, companies used to do that, and you know how they did that? They got subsidized. Yeah. Tax breaks. Oh, there's that dirty word, tax breaks. Oh, that's just two words, tax breaks. Well, yeah, I don't know. Is there any hope for liberal land? I'll tell you what, I would rather have Big Brother, because he's around, and if he's gonna, and if he's Big Brother's a liberal, I'd rather have him take a second look at folks that want to work with their hands and learn a trade and skill to subsidize some business venture and enterprise that wants to put people to work so they can work with their hands, their minds and their heart and their soul. But look into it. What do you think? Why is the largest university system in Maine losing enrollment? Why? Why are students turning their back on USM? Love to hear from you. Send me a comment at Frank Margell at youtube.com. I post on Facebook, Google+, and Twitter. I'd love to hear from you. Toe Tapping Tuesday, May 19th. It's raining. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful campus. If you ever get a chance, check it out. It is an awesome campus. And if there's any hope for USM, go ahead and send me a comment. I'd love to hear what you got to say. Take care, and I'll keep you posted.